And first half net profit rises 2.5% to $1.33 billion. And the UAE's latest T-bond auction is 5 times oversubscribed. You're watching the Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramya Faraj. EAN's first half consolidated revenues reached $7.16 billion, while consolidated net profit hit $1.33 billion, a year-on-year rise of 2.5%. At constant exchange rates, revenue increased by 3.8%. The number of Etisalat by EAN subscribers in the UAE reached 13.3 million in the first half of this year, a 10% rise over the same period last year. Aggregate group subscribers reached 160 million, a 2.5% increase. The UAE's third T-bonds auction has been oversubscribed by more than 5 times. The UAE sold $408 million in Treasury bonds during its third auction. It's part of its $2.45 billion T-bonds issuance program for 2022. Officials say the bond issue's success came from attractive market-driven prices, with a spread of 16 basis points over U.S. Treasuries for 2 years and a spread of 15 basis points over U.S. Treasuries for 3 years. The U.S. emergency crude oil stockpile fell by 4.6 million barrels last week to its lowest level since May 1985. Official data shows crude held in the Strategic Petroleum Reserve dropped to 469.9 million barrels for the week ended July 29th. President Biden in March set a plan to release 1 million barrels per day over 6 months from the reserves to tackle high fuel prices. U.S. gas prices are about 40 cents a gallon lower than what they would have been without the sales. The U.S. government has blacklisted companies it says helped Iran export petrochemicals to East Asia in avoidance of sanctions over Tehran's nuclear program. 3 Hong Kong and 1 UAE-based firm were hit with U.S. Treasury sanctions for helping Iran ship millions of dollars worth of petroleum and petroleum products to unnamed East Asian buyers. The U.S. Treasury says the companies were part of an international sanctions evasion network, helping Iran gain export earnings as it struggles under international economic pressure. India has concluded its biggest 5G spectrum auction, with Reliance Jio, the telecom arm of Indian billionaire Mukesh Ambani's Reliance Industries, bidding for more than 50% of the airwaves on offer. Reliance Jio will acquire airwaves worth $11.15 billion. It has the highest market share among wireless service providers in India. Ambani said the speed, scale, and societal impact of Jio's 4G rollout is unmatched anywhere in the world, and now Jio is set to lead India's march into the 5G era. And that brings us to today's Forbes Real-Time Billionaires ranking, where Ambani is our 3rd biggest winner this morning, gaining $2.5 billion with net wealth of $94.1 billion. Our biggest winner today, though, is his counterpart, Gautam Adani, up $6.8 billion with net wealth of $128.3 billion. And our 2nd place winner is Bernard Arnault, up $3.2 billion with net wealth of $169.8 billion. Check out our website and our social media for all of the latest billionaires news. Estée Lauder is reportedly in talks to buy Tom Ford for at least $3 billion. The potential Tom Ford deal would be the largest acquisition yet for Estée Lauder, a publicly traded company with a market cap of over $96 billion. It has popular cosmetics brands Aveda, Bobbi Brown, and La Mer. Estée Lauder is interested in Tom Ford Beauty, which it has a licensing agreement with, and it could look to license the clothing brand to other companies. I'm Ramya Faraj. This is the Daily Brief. Thanks for watching.